Hey everybody, my name's Marissa Lindsay and I'm an introvert and apparently really love to match with Debs here.
We look good. Check it out. And check out the back. We'll read it out loud for them.
I'm super introverted, so please don't talk to me, but join my group. Nice. So if you've been with us for any length of time, so I'm like super awkward in person. Like I know I can pull this off and I can pull on this like online appearance of being somewhat normal, but I'm not when you meet me. And so I went to this huge convention. Well, we just like really just hopped into it, didn't we?
Yeah.
But anyway, so I went to this convention with like 20,000 people and I don't do well in crowds. And so I wore this shirt so that people would know, like, don't talk to me, or it's not that I don't want to talk to you, but like, here's my group. I'm super introverted, and it was a hit. So anyway,
yeah,
that's us.
I think we had several people join the group like that day, that weekend while you were there.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it's fun. I like the strategy. The more fun option is the option you should choose. That's a good life philosophy.
I got my point across. That's all that matters.
That's right.
So anyway, welcome back this week. Last week we kind of went rogue, which is honestly my favorite thing to do. Is rogue. But we went a little rogue last week. We were supposed to talk about Dubs' homework, and we did.
Yeah.
But in talking about like her obstacles, we kind of went on a tangent about one of our rock star agents, Sunny, who at the time had 10 people under contract, all through social media, by the way.
Yeah.
So anyway, do you want to hop back into that?
Yeah, and so, let's just jump right back into it. You know, I feel like we really addressed, no matter what the topic is of the group, how this strategy, this approach that you teach attracts your people to you. Exactly. Like, you don't have to be salesy, you don't have to be icky. Like, if you're going to provide a value to people, they'll come to you. And so I think you gave great examples, obviously with Sunny, but even different personalities with Rhonda, with Ramon, kind of just reassuring, like, no matter the type of personality you have or the group that you run, if you want this to work for your business, it's definitely a good way to go.
Exactly.
Okay, on to my next objection. All right, this is me. I don't know if y'all know, my background is in apologetics, and it's where you ask all the questions of like, why should we do that? What about this? It's like asking all these objections and questions. So
she's very good at it.
That's right. To a fault. All right, but my real objection, is how am I gonna make time? We do this podcast. I work full-time as a TC for our team here in Springs. We're expanding the TC business to other states. How am I supposed to create a group? How am I supposed to love and nurture this group? And not only the time, but the energy. Because I like talking to people. I get energy from people. I have the vision for the group. That's energizing. But I already get up at 4:30 in the morning. I'm tired by 7. I just don't know how I'm going to have the hours in the day or the energy in my little cup to be filled up to be pouring into this group of talking to people. These are real concerns. Okay. And I don't want to start it and then not see it through.
Yeah. No, it's I get it. Those are valid obstacles.
Thank you for validating me.
Valid obstacles. Time, we're so busy, and her so she's the TC for our team, and we do keep her very, very busy.
Yeah, they do.
And then on top of that, she also handles all of our referrals.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps her very, very busy. Oh, there's that. And then also she does this with me. Yeah. And she's my integrator. Yeah. So she takes my big vision and then she makes them make sense. So I take up a lot of her time. So sorry. So if your group never gets off the ground, it's probably my fault. But I will say, for me, I can't speak to you, but for me, I would rather, because I do use it now for my team in making sure that they stay busy, but I also, a lot of my relationships are on there. Okay, so I'm gonna give an example.
Yeah.
So Real Estate for Introverts, the group. I have one person who's been on there kind of since the very beginning, and now she's very like near and dear to my heart. Her name is Lisa, and we talk all the time. Like I don't send out many texts to people that are not 100% related to real estate, but I do send Lisa texts when I do have time. And she's even flying out here to train with me for 5 days in May. So she'll be out here the evening of the 12th, and then she'll go back home on the 17th. But this is somebody that I would not have known had I not started the group. And I really like Lisa. She's super authentic, very genuine person, has heart of gold. And all that to say, to me, it doesn't feel like work. And I don't mind, like, to me, it does fuel my soul to be a part of these groups. And it's like, what's a good, like, metaphor? It does, like, fill my cup to be in there. And so I am in there. I do see it as a way to generate business, but also they are relationships to me. And so spending an hour on it every morning to me is very easy. I spend an hour though because I have 52 groups. For one group, you don't have to do that. We're talking like 15 minutes. And especially if you are going to use the groups eventually as some kind of client source, you're going to have to, I hate the word lead generate, but you'll have to lead generate anyway. Some people spend hours a day lead generating through phone calls, through like in the freaking grocery store, like in the checkout line. They spend time doing that. So why wouldn't you want to instead use 30 minutes to an hour doing that in a social media sphere?
I see what you're saying. So it's like if somebody's already in sales, like you would be as a real estate agent, it's not necessarily something you would want to add on to your daily routine, but it's actually replacing and lessening that lead generation, those cold calls, the door knocking, all those other things, which are even more time.
So to me, those methodologies of lead sourcing would exhaust me. That would drain my battery. It would not be life-giving whatsoever. To me, my relationships within my groups are life-giving. I really enjoy talking to people. And especially now that I have the Real Estate for Introverts group, hearing about people's wins is a huge motivator for me to keep going and engage with people and talk to people, because that does fill my cup like nothing else.
I definitely understand the energy part of it, like, because being even in this small leadership role within Real Estate for Introverts, helping you really make your vision come to life, or even just supporting, providing that accountability, I feel that accountability as well. Like with the homework you gave me, I remember thinking like, okay, well, if I really do believe this, I probably should act on it. Like, I really believe it's good. Why am I not making the most of it? Like, because when, Lisa has those wins, or people are posting in their group, or sending out the DMs of, hey, just got my first lead from the group, or hey, just got 100 people added today. It's like, I am genuinely excited for them and can't wait to see what they continue to do. Just like I was genuinely excited for like Sunny, my friend. And so it's like, I see the energy, I can feel the energy. That makes sense to me. But I'm an overthinker, okay? I am like, no. She's like, yes, that's why I hired you. No, but so when it comes to making those posts, I'm like 15 minutes, Marissa. No.
Oh my gosh, I know.
It takes me 2 hours to write a post and I'm still not happy with it. So what are some like practical tips if I'm like thinking about what to post, what should say, like this paralysis by analysis? Can you speak to that in the frame of like trying to cut down on the time management and how I can implement this and make it work so I can get to that good stuff? Because I want to get there.
So I will say that, because the agents on my team have the same problem sometimes. For me to whip out like a post, it takes me.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna interrupt her. I saw her do this the other day after our team meeting. Like, we went through And we had our normal team meeting, blah, blah. She's like, okay, if anybody wants me to help them with posts, just stay after for like 15 minutes. And I was like, okay, this is interesting, because I tell her she's so good at copy, like she's so good. But what she did, she was like, stay with me. I'm going to rewrite it in your voice. And I was like, oh, yeah, let's see what this looks like. So she sat down with 3 of our agents, and 3 very different personalities. We have a single mom, we have an older data-driven gentleman and scholar, and then we have a new agent, right, who's very personable, like, and has, Rhonda, we talked about her in the past. And so it's like these 3 different personalities, and I'm like, okay, let's see how this goes. I am not kidding you. It took longer for them to give her the information than for her to rewrite it. She rewrote it in 5 minutes, and I was just sitting at the table working, doing like my normal data stuff, and their reactions was what really drew me in. Each and every one of those people was like, oh my God, that's exactly what I wanted to say. This is me. This is what I meant. Wow, this is really saying what I'm trying to say. And I was like, that is so powerful. When I look at what you do, like, I think that's your real gift. That is your real superpower. It's copy, but it's not just BS copy. It's not just copy for you. It's like you looked at each of these personalities and each of these people as individuals and help them find their voice.
Right.
And I just think that's such a powerful thing. It's like no AI can do that. It's only the Marissa AI that's out there helping people write their copy and help them find their voice. Anyway, so that was super powerful. But she did it in 5 minutes. And I was like,
did it in 5 minutes.
Okay. I'm going to make her do that for my post.
I will. Like, I think it's so fun, like finding people's voices and trying to figure out what they're trying to say. Because to me, it really is, it's so easy, and I just see it. And I know I can read what someone's trying to say. And like yesterday, I had another agent come up because we do our team meetings on Tuesdays. So yesterday was Tuesday, and I met with one of the agents afterward, and she was like, hey, and it was for an open house that she was having with one of her houses that is down south in a town called Pueblo West. Pueblo West is a very rural community. Most of the houses there are like on an acre and a half. Some of them are larger. But the reason why people love to be down there is you have mountain views, and then you can also kind of do whatever you want with your property. Here in Colorado Springs, it's a little bit more regulated. You can't just like have chickens. And so bless her heart, I see what she was trying to do. She was like, if you like golfing, like come on out
to Pueblo. All those white collar golfers down in Pueblo. Come join the community.
Like, and I was like, honey, no, and so I rewrote it. It took me 3 seconds. And I talked about mountain views, homesteading.
Yeah.
If you want to know, and not my hook, because it's not a hook, but it's a way to invite people to more information, is if you want to know more about the agricultural regulations in this area, like reach out. Because that's what people want to know when they're moving to Pueblo West. Right. They don't care about and so I gave it back to her, and she's like, Marissa, do you want me to still add the part about the golfing? And I was like, no. Like, we don't need to put that.
That won't be necessary.
But I see what she was trying to do. She's trying to like look beyond the house, which is what I'm trying to teach the agents. Yeah. Like, look beyond the house. If somebody is looking at this house, what are they looking for? And it was a step in the right direction. And so, I took that, rewrote it, gave it back to her in like 2 minutes, and bada bing. So feel free to send me your stuff. Okay. Any of y'all, send me your stuff. I just need to gather some information about you, and I will rewrite your copy. It's so fun for me. And then what I have my agents do is use it as a template. What I say to them is, okay, use this one this time, and then in the next one, rewrite it, not word for word, but start to change it into the way that you would say it. And then do it more and more and more until you whittle it down and figure out what your voice is. because that's what people have problems with, is finding their voice.
Yeah.
And also like putting the information out there without being salesy or overly passive.
Right. Right. Yeah. No, I think that would be good to find the middle ground and have those examples and just kind of condense it down so that we're getting the energy from real relationships and then just putting in the reps.
Right.
You know, I can definitely imagine with my background as a coach, like having that hands-on, like positive example of what to do instead of just for me. Like the one-on-one coaching is such a big piece of leverage. It's a 10x on the time. Like I see this with athletes, so I'm like, this must be true. So I can see a kid who goes out, works hard, puts in all the work, but it's going to take them so much longer than if they would have just done 5 lessons with me. They do 5 lessons with me. I'm going to cut down on the time they spend getting good. 10x at least, years. I will save them years and catapult them to where, you know, they could be. And I feel like that's exactly what you're saying with this post. Like this is like a core skill. It's a core ability with you coaching them directly that could really catapult those reps that they have to put in, or the reps that I have to put in, and cut down on the time it would take to do them.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let me just, you know, scratch that time.
Just
Constraint
send
off
it
the
my
list.
way.
Send it your way. Yeah. And then if you want to click the link below, we'll have that form and everything you need to fill out, like the questions we ask. We've put this together actually, and they're really thoughtful questions so that Marissa can kind of get to know you, get a vibe, get some sample content from what you would send out. Submit that in that, follow the link below to get that submitted, get it turned around, and, you know, catapult your learning.
Yeah, I think it's the best way, honestly. And it's definitely leveled up the agents on my team.
Yeah.
And so if I can just take that same methodology that I use with them, which is what I've done with real estate for introverts, right? So I take what I do with them and I'm just making it bigger and putting it on a larger platform. And it's like my favorite part about my business right now is that I get to turn around and like help the people that are behind me. And it's been unbelievably fulfilling. And so whatever I can do to help you in your business, just let me know. And if anything at all, if you are a lurker, we have so many lurkers. They never ask for help. They just watch. Just head on over to Real Estate for Introverts, the group on Facebook, and absorb what you can. We put out so much information on there. I am on there pretty much every single day. Whether it's a small post with wins, or like I did today for Wednesday wins,
Right.
or something like an actual tool that you can use in your business for that day, that week, that month, or something that's a bit more long-term with, you know, what they can use in their daily life. Because that's the coaching that I like. It's one thing to have somebody who's coaching you, who kind of like, I don't know, is more of like a cheerleader.
Okay.
I feel like real estate can be super difficult, right? And you do need somebody who is pumping positivity into you. But I like tangible. Like I want something concrete that I can use in my business. And that's what I love about this group, because that is exactly what we provide. This is something that can change your business for years and years and years.
Right.
And take advantage. Like head on over, because it's all free. Like head on over and see what we can do for you.
Great.
Okay.
See you there.
See ya.